Hi guys! So I'm finally filming my first YouTube video, and I asked on Instagram what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see a makeup tutorial, or the question I get asked for the most, like literally, is how I moved to New York when I was only 18. I am now about to turn 20, and it's been almost 2 years since I've been out here, adulting or trying to adult. Anyways, yeah, let's jump right into the video. Okay, to start off, I was raised in New York, and then my family moved to North Carolina, so my little ass was dragged with them. I was 13 when we moved, and I went to 8th grade, 9, 10, whatever. I did 8th grade to through high school over there, and it just wasn't for me, which is why I decided to move to New York. Like it was really exciting at first because change is nice, but the suburbs and like it just wasn't for me. I'm a city girl, like a city girl at heart. I love doing things. I love going out. I just love keeping myself busy. Sometimes I keep myself too busy. Like I've worked like 3 jobs, 4 jobs at a time, and it was just like, yeah, you need to chill, Bella. Anyways, so yeah, we moved to North Carolina, and I didn't really like it, and I had a lot of issues there, like a lot of personal issues, which we will get like more in detail, like when time passes by, and I don't want to like put my whole entire life story out there on the internet on my first like video, because no. But yeah, anyways, since my junior year of high school, my goal and my dream was to move to New York and go to school here in New York. And so, like, senior year when we were applying for colleges, all I applied to was New York colleges. But, like I said, a bunch of, like, life drama happened and life happened. I ended up not going to college, which I will in the future. Like, college is, like I want to go to college, but then again, it's just like, it's hard, man, when you're out here on your own and whatnot. But yeah, anyways, let's get back to how I moved to New York. When I was 17, I made up my mind. 16, yeah, I was 17. I was a junior in high school. I made up my mind, and I was like, I really want to move to New York. And so that was just like my goal. I just kept repeating it. I want to move to New York. I started working at the age of 16, and since I was 16, I started saving up. I was working as a waitress. My mom was managing a restaurant back then, and she just like, I guess she taught me how to do it. She had done waitressing when she was my age, and that's how it just happened. And to be a waitress and to be 16, I was making good money. Like, I was making good money for a 16-year-old. Like, everyone else, like, no shade or anything, but everyone else was working at, like, fast food restaurants, or they were working at, like, clothing stores, and they were getting paid, like, a salary of $8, $9, because I had friends, and they told me I was out here making, like, $200 a night. So, like, their whole entire paycheck in one night, and all I did was like 3 days a week. I think I did one school night and like the weekends, and I did that for about 2 years. So you could only imagine how much money I had saved up, because I had no responsibility. So all the money I saved up, I used it to move to New York, and it wasn't easy. Like, it really wasn't. When I turned 18, I moved to New York, and I moved with my aunt, which was really, really hard. Like, going from living with your parents comfortable to going to living with a relative, and like, having to get used to their rules, and sharing a room with your cousin. And like, don't get me wrong, thank you, aunt, if you're watching that, like if you're watching this video, thank you for letting me stay at your house. I honestly wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wouldn't have been for you and your family that was so kind to me and like let me stay at your house. But then again, that was not my like idea of New York. I was like, I want to be independent. I don't want to like go from living with my parents, where I had a nice, comfortable life, to living with my aunt, where I feel like weird if I even take a yogurt out of the fridge. I wanted my independence. So then I was 18 and I moved out in July, and I was 17, moved out in July, turning 18 of 2015, so 2 years ago. Then I lived with my aunt up until December, and it was hard. Like the first, honestly, if you want to move out, the first thing you have to do is find somewhere to stay. Don't and don't. I'm not saying like don't move to a state you've never been to, but this is not what this video is about. Like I knew New York. I had been to New York before. I was very familiar with New York, so the whole transition wasn't like, oh my god, what am I doing? Like, help. No, like, I knew how to get around, and I knew, like, where to go. I knew what areas not to go. I had some friends. So it wasn't such a bad, like, intense. But yeah. I found a job as a waitress. Honestly, if you're young, try to find something that you can do anywhere you can live off of. Like, I'm still a waitress till this day. Like, I've moved up, you know, I've done office work now and like other stuff, accounting and handling money. I don't just do waitressing now. I'm actually trying to make a career without going to school. And I also like to do makeup. Yo, I think my food's here. Hello? Oh, I'm coming. Thank you. Out there. Anyways, like I was talking. Find a job that you think you could be good at doing, you know, and that's gonna lead you some good money. I'm not saying the restaurant industry is for everyone, because it's not, but it's honestly something to look into. Restaurants are always hiring. You're always gonna have a job. You get pretty decent tips depending on where you work at. Yo, I'm such a fat ass. I'm so sorry. And you're gonna always make decent money, you know. It's easy, it's pretty straightforward. If you're a girl, it's a bit easier. And yeah, anyways, I found a job. I was there for like a month. My thing was, I never like to settle. I like to keep going and keep pushing and keep striving and keep, you know, seeing like where can I go from here? Like, what's the next step in my life? That job is an Italian, like, little cute bakery. Like, you know, white moms are going there to have brunch and everything. So it was cute. It was good money, but it just wasn't enough. One day, I honestly think this is just like God blessing me. I was walking around my neighborhood. I moved to Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. A represent. Anyways, I was walking around my neighborhood, and this place was like, you know, hiring a cashier. And I was like, well, you know, it wouldn't hurt me to have a second job. So I went in and I applied, and like right away the manager was like, hey, I'm honestly looking for a server at the moment. Do you have any server experience? And I was like, I'm your girl, like, hello, hire me, like, where do I sign up? Where's my, you know, what's my section? Like, whose order do I gotta take? And she was like, okay, come train like the next day, come dressed all in black, whatever. This job turned out to be so good. Like, I was making so much money, like, for my age. You know, there were nights when I was making like 300 on the weekend, so I would work like 4 nights. You do the math. You know. So I was with my aunt, and I didn't really pay rent for like 5 months. So I was saving my money, because my plan was kind of to move back to North Carolina and get a car there and be like, okay, I tried out New York, but I kind of miss my parents, because I was young. I was a child. I was 18. Of course, I was gonna miss my mom. So I wanted to go back. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna save up my money, stack my coins, and move back and try it again. Wrong. Worst mistake I could have made. Like, I went back and I couldn't find a job. I got a job at like retail. They're offering me like $10 the hour, and I was like, you're gonna tell me that my whole paycheck is gonna be exactly what I made in one day over there. You wild. Like, no. And I applied at restaurants, but they were just like, you're young, yada, yada, yada. Like, I was just like, okay. Like, so I was in North Carolina doing nothing for like a good 2 months. And I was like, I'm fed up. Like, I can't do it. But my mom was like, you can't keep playing with your aunt. You can't keep going back and forth. So if you want to move out to New York, you're going to have to find somewhere to live that's not with your aunt. I was like, I bet. Because that's exactly what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to go back to live with my aunt. And so Craigslist is going to be your best friend. As sketchy as it sounds, Craigslist was my best friend. I found the room, my old room where I was staying at, on Craigslist. And it sounds sketchy, and trust me, I was so scared, but it worked out. Anyways, so I was just on Craigslist for like a whole week. I'm so tired. I'm so sorry, guys. I literally had to wake up at 5 in the morning today to go to work. And I was on Craigslist looking, emailing people. Like, I made up a fake credit score and everything. I'm not saying do this, and like, please don't come for me. But I was 18. Like, I had just turned 18 in August. This was like December, February. No, this was January. So I was only like 18 in like 5-6 months. Like, I didn't have a credit score. I didn't even know what credit was. Anyways, I'm telling y'all, this was all God's doing, because I wouldn't have been able to do this by myself. I moved to New York. I bought my own plane ticket. I packed my bags. I didn't have a bed, like literally I moved with 2 luggages, like a big ass luggage and then a baby luggage. My clothes, my shoes, everything I own, 2 luggages, my entire life in 2 luggages. So I'm telling y'all, God is great. Like, what? My friend, my friend let me stay with her for 2 days, but I obviously didn't want to be like annoying and bother her family. So I tried to look for a room as fast as I could. Luckily, I found a room on Craigslist. I don't know how this happened. Like, my credit got approved and I didn't even have a credit. Like, the landlord approved me, and on a Friday, I was moving in the next day on Saturday. And at my job that I had found when I was living with my aunt, she took me back. Like, the manager was like, if you ever move back, if you ever need your job back and you come back to New York, I'll be glad to like rehire you. So I landed in New York on a Thursday. I was already back to work on Sunday. Like, that's how amazing everything was for me. So like, I had just spent so much money giving a deposit, a down payment, a security, like rent, and then like buying a bed. My little ass went to IKEA. The first night was honestly the roughest night I've had. Not in my entire life, because I've had worse, but that's another story. But I slept on an old mattress. It was dirty. I was crying. Like, it was hard, you know, like, it was a tiny little room, and I was laying there like, what did I just do? Like, I didn't get kicked out of my house. I didn't, you know, I wanted to do this, and I was just there like, ¿qué pendeja acabé de hacer? Like, what did I just do? Like, what? Why am I in this position? Like, I'm in some stranger's house. You know, like the bathroom, when I walked into that bathroom, it was disgusting. I didn't shower that night. It was the not the worst night of my life, because I had worse, but it was a pretty bad night. And to anyone that talks shit about me living in New York, SMD, like, not really, but like, y'all can't judge until you've been through it, you know. It was hard. I didn't get no handouts. No one came and like was like, oh, you know, like, I'll let you live in my house rent free till you can find a place. Like, no. Anyways, the very next day, I got up and I was like, let's get it. I went to IKEA, bought a bed, threw out the old mattress, cleaned, you know, mopped, went to buy a broom, went to buy a mop, went to buy these cleaning supplies. My tiny ass out here doing all this, built my own bed, finished my room in a day. I'm telling y'all, this was all God's doing, because I don't know how else I would have done it. that night, that second night, I was sleeping in my own bed with my own room in New York, paying my own rent with a job. Like, it sounds super easy, but guys, it's not hard. It's like a state of mind. And trust me, I've been wanting to go back and forth to my parents' house. There's nights when it gets hard. I've lost, like, not lost my job because I've never gotten fired, but, like, I've quit my jobs because, like, they've got to the point where I couldn't work there anymore. You know, at that job that I was making really good money, it eventually started getting very, like, ghetto because the food and the drinks were so cheap, which is why a lot of people came in, which is why we made a lot of money. So anybody could just walk in there, and then there was fights or whatever. So I quit the job, and, like, it took a toll on my bank account. It took a toll on, like, the lifestyle I was having. And, you know, like, I did go through a phase, like, last November, December, when I was broke. Literally, I was broke. I was working at this job as a cashier. I was making like $10 the hour. Can y'all believe that? I had to pay like a $700 rent. How was I gonna pay with $10 the hour? It just wasn't working for me. You know, I've struggled, and I'm not saying life is gonna be perfect, or if you move out, everything is gonna be easy. But please don't give up. Please pray to whatever God you believe in. Pray to whoever you believe in. Have faith in yourself, have confidence in yourself, you know, believe in yourself, and know that you are the only person that you need, and that it's also okay to ask for help. But you're all you have. So treasure yourself, value yourself, believe in yourself. And anyone that tells you you can't, prove them wrong. People are like, how is this, like, my sorry, I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Vidoe, but everyone calls me Bella. Everyone was like, how is this Vidoe gonna do it? How is she gonna move to New York? She's so little. I'm 5'0", and I barely weigh like 115 pounds. So I'm like tiny. And I've always been like the little princess in the family, and people thought I didn't know how to work. People thought I didn't know how to, like, suffer or go through like a rough time. People thought I was gonna, you know, cry if my nail broke, which I have. But, like, people really thought that I was incapable of living in a big city by myself without any help. And I'm here about to turn 20, doing it. You know, it gets hard. Like, today I called out of work because I wasn't feeling well, but it's not impossible. If anything you put your mind into, you could do it. You want to leave your hometown, girl? You could do it. You want to move to New York? Come stay in my bed. Like, I got you until you get it yourself. Like, that's what I want this YouTube channel to be about, and this purpose, to inspire all the young girls ahead of me, because I know what it's like to be, I'm Mexican. So I know what it's like to be Latina in a foreign country, in a country that, you know, your parents aren't from, in a country that maybe you're not from, in a country that doesn't see you as equal, you know, because I've had to work my way up for these white, I'm so sorry if you're white too, I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but I'm just saying it how it is. I have to work my way up to be shoulder to shoulder to these white girls. I'm not scared to go into an old white like, you know, like, I'm always the only Latina girl everywhere I go. Like, I be sneaking my way into these white jobs. I be sneaking my way into these white shops and white restaurants. Like, no, like, I'm worth it, and I'm enough. And I deserve an amazing life just as anyone does, and so do you. Like, you know, and I'm just sharing a bit of my story with you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll try to reply to everyone as much as I can. I'm super excited to start this whole new chapter of my life. I've been wanting to do YouTube for the longest. Anyone that's been following me knows that I've been wanting to do YouTube for the longest, since last year when I started getting into makeup and talking more and, like, breaking out of my little shell. I've been wanting to do YouTube. So I'm super excited for this. Hit that subscribe button. I don't know where it is because, you know, first video, but it's somewhere. Hit the subscribe button. Like, Share with your friends that are wanting to move out. Share with anyone that just needs some, like, a little push. You could do it, girl. You know, Airbnb is another option that you could do now. Apply, send your resume to places. They'll email you back, you know. Send it to like 50 restaurants, 50 shops, 50 stores, whatever you like to do, be passionate about. Keep doing it until you get really good at it, until people actually want to pay you to do it. What else can I say? You know, like, don't be scared to ask for help. Don't be scared to be like, help. Like, you know, it took me a long time to learn that, but now I know that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say, hey, it's not as cool as I thought it was gonna be, but you could do it. I believe in you, and if you ever, like, you know, just need anyone to talk to, feel free to follow my Instagram. It's sbae, so EZBAE, like Bay, and then BY. I'll leave all my social media down in the links below as well. And thank you so much for watching this. I hope this helped at least one person, because I wish I would have like seen some YouTube videos saying hi to move out, because trust me, I screwed up along the way. Like, it hasn't been easy, but you could do it if it's something you really put your heart and mind into. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Wow, this is so unreal. Like, thank you for watching this, and I'll be uploading more videos soon, and let me know what else you want to see from me. Bye!